All right, guys, so it looks like I finally found the passcode to the backup channel. Jokes aside, I realize I haven't posted on the second channel for a couple months. We got some great videos coming up. I apologize about that, dealing with stuff in real life, but we're going to post here more often. So today's video, I want to talk about a viral story. It's going viral across Twitter and Reddit right now. And the reason I want to talk about this is just to show the kind of like, there's not really any research done in most of the stuff that people share, especially on stuff like Twitter or X as it's called now. A lot of these people are just trying to get clicks and views. They don't actually care if a story is real or, you know, if the story is misleading in any way. So I wanted to go over this. This is a story that's been going viral, specifically on Twitter. I use Twitter and Reddit a lot because I'm a content creator, and a lot of stories will break there first before you actually before they show up on YouTube. Many times, you know, I'll see a video on YouTube, be like, oh, I heard about that on Reddit 3 days ago or something like that. So on X, there's this story going viral talking about scientists at CERN's Large Hadron Collider have successfully transformed lead into gold atoms, achieving an ancient alchemist's dream through modern physics, right? And they have a picture of a guy holding up a little gold nugget. The original article is from ABC News, and I have a bone to pick with ABC News for using that picture, but I also want to talk about this other stuff as well. So this particular guy, Ryan Newman, he got 1.3 million views off of reposting this, saying, "This is really bad for gold. Scientists can literally recreate gold in a lab, and this makes gold no longer scarce. For those that think I am being an alarmist or dramatic, study the diamond chart, since the same thing happened and scientists created lab-grown diamonds." Now this guy, the article from ABC News is incredibly misleading to start, but this specific guy is taking it to a whole new level and blatantly lying about what's actually happening. Now, I don't know if he actually didn't read the article, so he doesn't know what actually happened, or if he's just trying to do this for clicks and views because it got him 1.3 million views on his Twitter post. I don't know. This guy is, if you see his handle though, CryptoManRN. So this guy, his entire Twitter page is all about crypto. So obviously, you know, he wants people to abandon gold and jump into crypto so he can pump up his bags, right? That's obviously why he's posting it. But there's a bunch of other people that are reposting this article as well. The TikTok account says, "Scientists have created gold in the lab. It's over, folks. It's over. That's it, guys. Pack it up. You got any jewelry, any gold? It's worthless." I know there's a bunch of YouTube channels, a bunch of people that collect gold coins, you know, put part of their savings into gold. It's useless now, guys. Completely useless. And unfortunately, that's a complete lie. So if you actually pull up the ABC News article, I'll pull it up and we'll go over exactly what it says. Scientists turned lead into gold first time, but only for a split second. The Large Hadron Collider created 89,000 gold atoms per second. So if you don't know what it is, that's the Large Hadron Collider. It smashes atoms together. They do a bunch of experiments and stuff like that. It's in Europe somewhere. Let's see. In a breakthrough that would make medieval alchemists envious, scientists at Europe's Large Hadron Collider have successfully transformed lead into gold, producing 89,000 atoms per second. Wow. The Large Hadron Collider is a giant particle accelerator that smashes atoms together at super high speeds. Scientists there have found a way to knock 3 tiny particles called protons out of lead atoms, turning them into gold atoms. Impressive, right? The team behind the discovery, called the ALICE collaboration, used a unique way to create gold. Instead of crashing lead atoms head on, they looked at what happens when the atoms just barely miss each other. Researchers explain that when this happens, powerful electromagnetic fields around the atoms can cause them to change into different elements. That's very interesting. How much gold did they make? During one period of experiments from 2015 to 2018. It's amazing that this article is going now. The article itself is brand new. It came out on the 13th of May. But they're reporting on a story that happened back in 2015 to 2018. So like 10 years ago, right? So if this happened 10 years ago, clearly it's not that big of a deal because they're not just like making hordes, you know, pounds of gold in laboratories now. But during one period of experiments from 2015 to 2018, the scientists created about 86 billion gold atoms. Wow, that's a lot, guys. That sounds like a lot. But when you add up all that gold, scientists said it only weighs about 29 picograms, which is less than a trillionth of a gram. you'd need trillions of times more to make even a tiny piece of jewelry. The machine can create about 89,000 gold atoms every second, but each atom only exists for a tiny fraction of a second before breaking apart. Recent upgrades to the machine have almost doubled the amount of gold it can make, but it's still far from practical use. So if you actually read the article, and you're not some alarmist trying to get a bunch of clicks on Twitter, you'll realize that this is basically a nothing burger. They smashed atoms together, lead atoms, and then they got it to turn it into gold for a split second before it dissipated, before it broke apart, right? They did not create physical gold, and you cannot use this to make gold bars. Maybe hundreds of years from now you can do that, but not anytime soon. So all of these people that are posting this all over Twitter, I've seen it on Reddit as well now, all of these people are just trying to get views. Because I understand the story itself when you first see it, you first come across it. It is a very interesting story. Wow, scientists can create gold in a lab? Wow, that's amazing. So obviously it gets a bunch of clicks and views. And the real problem is a lot of people, like on this Rand Noonan guy, Crypto Man, on his post that got 1.3 million views, most people, probably 95% of people or more, are going to see this post. They're going to see his headline that gold is created in a lab. Wow, that changes everything. And they will not read the article at all. So 95% of people now think that scientists are just creating, little gold nuggets. Again, because ABC News used a picture of a gold nugget. So they're associating that. People will see that. Wow, they created that gold nugget in a lab? No, they didn't. They created gold atoms that fell apart within seconds. So for me personally, I have a huge problem with, this gets me riled up when I see obvious fake or misleading bullshit that's being posted just for clicks and views. That really bothers me, okay? But there you go. There's the debunking. Scientists cannot create gold bars. They created gold atoms that quickly fell apart. So it's basically useless. It's basically a nothing burger. If you're really into science, cool. It's a cool little article. You're not going to be having scientists create gold bars in the lab anytime soon. I'm sure it'll happen someday. I remember, I like the old TV show, The Twilight Zone, and I specifically remember there is one episode where there's these three or four burglars or something, and they rob a bank or something. I don't know what they rob, but they get a bunch of gold bars, and then they take it out into the desert because they know the police are going to look for them, and they had set this up beforehand, and they had like these sleep pods. Obviously, the technology didn't exist back then, but they had these sleep pods, so they were going to go to sleep for 100 years with the gold hidden in a cave, and then when they woke up, they get all the gold and they start going through the desert. The car they had broke down, obviously 100 years doesn't work. So they start trekking through the desert, and it's hot, just really hot. And so eventually one by one they die off and there's just one guy left, right? And then this car comes down the road through the desert, and the guy's nearly dying. He's like, please. And he's trying to give all his gold bars. Just give me water, please. He wanted water. Is much more important than gold, right? And then he dies, right? And the people in the car, they're like, I don't know why he's holding that gold bar. I mean, that stuff used to be useful. It used to be worth a lot of money years ago, but ever since scientists created it in a lab, it's worthless now. So the Twilight Zone predicted that, I don't know, was that 50, 60 years ago? But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Creating gold atoms in a lab is completely different. But let me know what you think about this story down below.